AUTO-VOX has sent me a Solar Pro wireless backup camera that I'm going to review for you today and tell you if it's 100% worth it. Alright, so here's what this backup wireless camera comes up with, or wireless backup camera. It comes with the power supply to the screen monitor, which has an antenna to connect wirelessly to this camera. You got the backup camera with the bracket, and the camera is adjustable. You also got the charging unit to the backup camera. You got the mount to the screen monitor, and if you need double adhesive tape, you got double adhesive tape, as long as the warranty information and instructions. So this backup camera is chargeable, but for easy charging, to take it off, you got to remove this anti-theft screw over here, and that way you can remove the camera off the clamp very easily. So once your screw is off, you can easily just slide this out, and there is your bracket, there's your camera. That way you can easily charge it, and you just plug it in like so to charge it. So I'm screwing back the anti-theft screw back into the bracket here with the camera while it's charging, just because of the fact that this bracket, when it slides pretty easy. So if you're going to be driving, I'm pretty sure it's going to slide off very easy. So what I'm going to be doing is I will grab a power bank somewhere, because I own one somewhere, and every time it needs a charge, I'm going to be charging it via power bank, and just leave the power bank in the trunk of my car and close it. Now, here's the thing. On a continuous power, after charging for 4 hours, it can run 7.5 hours. Now, if you have it set up properly with the monitor, according to the instructions, it can last up to 75 days as long as the temperature doesn't go over 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is what we're out to test out, see how well it works. The best way to test out is once everything is charged, because they recommend first-time users to charge it before installing, is the fact that after I install it, I'm going to see the next day if it's still holding a charge and the battery didn't die. So I've decided to install this wireless backup camera on my old school Volvo. Now, this is a 65 PV544. Pretty easy to mount because the camera mounts to the license plate, and you just got to make sure it's tight and secure. And I think I adjusted it at the right place. It is going nowhere. So when it's time to charge, I'm just going to grab my power bank, stick it into the trunk, and just plug it in to charge. But this backup camera should be good for, according to them, 75 days, which is impressive. Now, on the inside of the cab, we have this monitor. It's a wireless monitor. There's the antenna. And I have secured it to the right side here, so I'm more driver focused, nothing blocking the view, because I got all kinds of accessories already so far in my old school Volvo. And I ran the wires underneath like that. Yes, this got to be replaced sooner or later. And yes, I ran the wires and tucked them away nice and neatly, so we should have no more issues. So now it's time to see how well this thing works. So, got this camera installed now. As you can see, I'm enjoying this right here. This lines, like, you got the backup lines to show you where you're backing up. How cool is that in an old classical car? This is really cool. With the screen turned off, say you're about to start backing up, here's what you got to do. All you got to do is, since this car is small, my hands, when I'm sitting in the driver's seat, can reach over all the way there, and just simply tap one button, and guess what? It turns on. Now, to access the menu, you're going to hit the middle button, and the arrows are the ones that control which way, like, going through the settings. And to hit the menu button, so you hit the menu button. As you can see, we could go to reset, we could go to guideline if you want on and off. Reversing time, you hit the menu button for OK. You could choose 45, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, 120 seconds, and menu quickly disappears, so that's the only drawback. But you could choose the seconds. You could go back here, pairing. You can go to contrast and brightness control, and you can go to this control as well to which view you want your camera to mimic. And also, when you're doing the pairing mode, when you're first setting up the camera, you gotta hit pair, turn on this camera, hit pair, and then go back down here and hit the power button on the camera. I mean, this is pretty cool because look, you're sitting down in your old car, all you gotta do is flick a button and voila, you got a backup camera. So the battery lasts about 75 days or 7.5 hours on a continuous power on. But hey, guess what? I don't drive this car that often, not like my Mazda. And for me, turning everything off won't be a hassle. So all I gotta do is flick a switch and everything turns off. And then I'm just gonna go back to the camera and turn it off to conserve power. I am very impressed with this truly wireless backup camera, and I recommend it to anybody. Link in description below. Also, this is a very perfect camera if you have a classic car and you don't use it much, or a weekend car and you don't have a backup camera. This is a very perfect product, and I highly recommend. Not canceled. Guys, I'm Eddie B. 2004 turn right. Drive an attempt on the 6 Series.